I've said it once and I'll say it again. The secrets of the human body, the secrets of this world, etc., have been veiled for far too long. The evildoers, the people who run the show here, the master magicians and behavioral psychologists behind the curtain, if you will, they understand the secrets of the human body. They understand the secrets of this world, the earth, etc. They understand the secrets of shamanism and mind control, etc., and they use that wisdom, they use that knowledge against us. Concealed wisdom of who we are, what our purpose is, why we're here, the power that we have within us through Kundalini. These secrets, this degree of wisdom, is systematically kept from us and used against us. In fact, if you read the Secret Covenant, there's a passage in the Secret Covenant that goes something to the effect of, we will use our knowledge of the absolute against them as a weapon. Now, whether or not the Secret Covenant is a legit document or not, I'm not sure. I personally don't believe that it is. However, regardless of whether or not that document is fraudulent or not, it still contains hardcore truths, hardcore facts about the way that this world is being ran by those vampires in charge behind the curtain, the people who pull the strings. More and more people at an accelerated rate are becoming privy to the fact that we are living in a state of suspended hypnosis, and they are working overtime to find they're working overtime through their own efforts to find ways around the holographic mind control here, the matrix. And the mind control, if I can speak today, is very extensive. It exists in the core of our being. And because of that, it's very hard to access or witness the mind control in live time, because we've all been conditioned to operate within our conscious minds. We spend the majority of our life in our conscious mind. We slip out of it while we sleep. We wake up, we don't remember where we were when we were dreaming, etc., and we go right back to that conscious mind bandwidth. And within the conscious mind, which I like to call the front of the mind, you never pull back the curtain to get to the back of the mind. And behind the curtain of the front of the mind, there's a vast reservoir of not only untapped power, but foreign installations that are operating on a auto loop, and you're not even aware of them. And these foreign installations are dictating your life, your thoughts, the content of your thoughts and feelings, your emotions, your degree of happiness or lack thereof, etc. This is why they want us stimulated all the time, folks, because overstimulation takes you and keeps you in the conscious mind. You never have silence. You never have equanimity when you're constantly being stimulated, when you're constantly in the conscious mind, which nowadays we use the outer fringes of the conscious mind. And the outer fringes of the conscious mind are survival and reproduction, making ends meet, right? All the chaos out here, work, burning the candle at both ends, just barely making it. It's absolutely unfortunate. It's very sad that us humans have been put into these suboptimal conditions for so long that we've actually learned to think that it's normal. We've developed or created a culture around the chaos. Jesus Christ. So magic is a system of tools that we use, rituals, meditations, mantras, yantras, etc., that we use to systematically peel back the curtain that separates the front of the mind, the conscious mind, and the subconscious, the unconscious. We have 4 main exercises on this channel that I teach: the inner temple, the thoughtlessness exercise, the motionlessness exercise, and the full body relaxation exercise. What these serve to do is, over time, open the curtain completely so that you can fuse the front of the mind with the back of the mind. And in doing so, tap into a previously untapped reservoir of power and understanding of the body. Know thyself, right? That is one of the most important axioms ever, to know thyself. We don't know ourselves if we're in the front of our mind, folks, operating on one cylinder when this machine has 16, 2,000, 10,000, etc. Catch my drift? Magic is a set of tools to dissect our minds and rewire them. I'm so done with all of the magic is a system of tools. It's like the art and science of manifestation and all this law of attraction bullshit, folks. Lies, 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 lies. Ask yourself this. How many books on magic have you read where they're not telling you that how many books on magic have you read where they're actually telling you that you have extensive work to do and that you're operating at 1% of your potential and that magic is the system so that you can tap into that untapped potential? Most books aren't talking about this, folks. It's all a bunch of use the subconscious mind to manifest your dreams and all this garbage. It has nothing to do with real self-improvement, right? It's almost like a selfish genie in the bottle fantasy, where I rub the genie the right way and maybe I can manifest $1 million or all this other nonsense. No, magic is a sacred science of self-introspection and reflection and improvement. We enter into states of consciousness while we're doing our rituals and our meditations that change the fundamental brain waves of our brain and allow us to enter into a realm almost between slumber and consciousness. And in that, we peel back the layers of the programming. We become privy to the programming, all of the internal dialogue, all of the foreign installations that were installed into your consciousness by default as you grew up in this crazy culture. Man. So magic is different than sorcery. Sorcery is the act of shifting the assemblage point. You can shift the assemblage point through magic, but sorcery is more direct and much more forceful. It entails or uses psychedelic sacraments and entheogens and other things of that nature, which I'm not going to get into in this video, but sorcery is different than magic. I'm not saying that all sorcery is dependent on hallucinogenics and things like that, because it absolutely is not, but I'm making some broad stroke statements because I don't have time in this video to really get into the nitty-gritty about the differences between sorcery and magic. I've done it extensively in prior videos, so check out my archive if you're interested. But you guys, here's the thing. This channel, we talk often about minerals, vitamins, amino acids, essential fatty acids, the ascorbic acid protocols, the vitamins, the magnesium, the alpha brain. These things are very important, but there's much more to this system that I teach than just supplementation and using your physical body. We have to do the 4 inner exercises. We have to practice our magic. How many of you have actually learned a pentagram ritual? And I'm not talking about the corrupted lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram that secret societies that aren't secret anymore still promote to this day. Garbage material, folks, garbage. How many of you guys are doing the full body relaxation exercise for more than 5 minutes every day or once a week even? There were times where I did it 2 weeks every day for an hour every day before I'd go into my inner temple for 2 or 3 hours. You want to get the most out of your inner temple? Do the full body relaxation exercise. The full body relaxation exercise serves many purposes, but one of the main purposes is to remove the actual programming in your muscle memory. When you have a mind control installation in your mind, whether you're aware of it or not, once it gets installed into the muscle memory, because the mind control affects how you move your body in this world and what you do with your body, where you go, where you drive, etc. Catch my drift? It's much more extensive than that. When we remove the mind control, it releases from the muscle memory as well. You can start to remove the mind control in the foreign installations of the Archon by relaxing your body, learning how to use your mind to release all tension in your muscles. And then we use specific stretches, alchemical stretches, vampiric stretches, etc., to systematically rebuild the muscle memory based on what our desires are and where we want to do, what we want to do in life and who we want to be. Catch my drift? There's a lot of kinks that have to be taken out. We have to unpack, sorry, my nose itches. We have to unpack the box of our programming, get rid of all the cobwebs and the junk, and then rebuild. So we have to act like surgeons, and that's really what magic is. It's self-surgery on a mental, psychosomatic level. Wow. But it's not going to be easy to do all these things during the day, right? When you have all these obligations, when there's people calling you and all this other nonsense. This is why we embrace, at least some of us, the nocturnal path, the dark path, the road less trod, so that you could have isolation, introspection, and reflection. The night is like the reflection of the day, but it's this obsidian, it has this much different feel to it, this ether to it, this almost obsidian vibe. So the nocturnal path is one of the easiest ways for you to get extensive amounts of work done with your magic and your alchemy, because you finally have time alone. And contrary to a popular wide-scale upheld belief by the masses who are interested in magic, magic is not about being in a group. Magic is a self-introspection system. It's very personal. It's very intimate. It's for you and you only. I'm not saying you can't get together with people and cast rituals and things like that, but ladies and gentlemen, until you purify thyself, how the fuck do you expect to get with some group? You know, it's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. And to see all these like magical orders, these douchebags that just get into it for the, you know, the ranks, and I'm an adeptus philosophus and all this other crap, and I have my ritual garments. Please, folks, I'm gonna wrap this one up. Use your hands as well. We're going to talk about that in an upcoming video. I don't really talk about this much on the public channel. I've talked about it in the Patreon page. The Taoist internal exercises, using the hands to awaken the meridians. There's much more to health than just supplementation and proper diet. Peace be with you.